Biden is now president, which if you were watching Newsmax, first of all, why? Second of all, they told you he wouldn't be. And so now they need to come to grips with this. And so we've got a bunch of videos of them admitting that they got it wrong. No, we don't. But we do have videos of them responding to the inauguration. So here's a Newsmax host. I have no idea who this is, and I'm not particularly interested in finding out, but he is on Newsmax. So here he is. Take a look at what issue he had with the inauguration.
Like a homily, a priest. Joe Biden may be Catholic, but he supports abortion and he can't pronounce Psalms. A priest is the last person I would compare him to. I don't think a priest would invite the Trump-hating Lady Gaga to sing either. For a man who is calling for unity, Biden calls on her to sing the national anthem. It's not who we wanted to hear from. There is nothing in the national anthem that Joe Biden seems to value, yet the media love fest continued.
Okay, so remember that last bit, the media love fest continue, because we're gonna show you another video in a second. But first, he's not a real Catholic. He invited Lady Gaga, how dare he? We don't wanna hear from her. He doesn't respect the national anthem, and he can't pronounce Psalms. So JR, is that a consistent position that if someone claims to be a Christian, but they have an issue with their religious knowledge, let alone the fact that dude's got a stutter, and it's almost certainly what caused it. But anyway, that they would see through it. And that's a fake Christian. They'd identify it on Newsmax.
They've been going after fake Christians for years, these conservatives. They want to make sure there's fake Christians that believe in death, destruction, mayhem, and leaving your fellow man to die in the street. All those Christian values that they've been espousing since forever. All those things that now Joe Biden can't possibly come back from because he's a fake Catholic. Because if you say 2 Corinthians in front of Liberty University, that's not an indication that you don't know anything about the religion that you claim to have. If you're asked about which part of the Bible is your favorite, and you go the whole thing, and you go, Old Testament, New Testament, you go, the whole thing. I want to keep it to myself because it's a personal relationship I have with the Bible that I've never read a day in my life. All those indications that someone's a fake Christian and they're actually manipulating Christians across the country to think that they're actually on their side. That guy's maybe the one you might want to hold his feet to the fire because he actually manipulated people that believe in Christian God that Donald Trump apparently used for his purposes. If you want to go that route, we can do it all day, but it doesn't matter. They're talking to the audience that has no interest in looking for those differences or those very easily debunked facts. It just doesn't matter.
Something else that he was gonna wish didn't matter is the inconsistency between the way he ended that video, which is, and now the love fest of the media for Biden. We at Newsmax stand against news networks showing love for a politician. Who wants that? And now more from Newsmax.
But folks, now it falls to us, and he's been very inspirational. We now have to fight cancel culture, each and every one of us. We, each and every one of us, have to stand up for our constitutional rights. How do you feel about Joe Biden? He is the president of the United States. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen, to say you do not wish the president success. It is. Now, I wish him no harm, of course, and I want him to be happy and healthy in his life, but I wish Joe Biden no success. Fair enough. Joe Biden jumped the gun a little bit today. He got sworn in at 10 minutes to noon. I don't mean to nitpick, but does say noon according to the law. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't mean to nitpick, but I'm kind of a petty a-hole, so I'm gonna. I don't want to be like a jackass, but like I'm gonna push past the urge to not be one. That was like they want to be Fox News, like they've got a guy. He has a tie. They sort of have graphics, even though they look like a kid made them. And he's like, well, he swore in 10 minutes early, and I'm gonna actually use time on my show to talk about that.
Yeah, it's okay. I always say this too. Whenever someone comes with those, I think by a lot of times these cable talkers, whenever they come with these like supposed off the cuff comments, like Sean Hannity does, those things are written. They're in a teleprompter. He's reading it. Now, I don't know if the line about, I don't mean to nitpick is in the teleprompter, but you know what was in the teleprompter, because there's images available, is of him complaining about Joe Biden being sworn in 10 minutes early. That was in the teleprompter, that's in the script. You're reading it. So when you say, I don't mean to nitpick, actually, maybe your producer's meant to nitpick, maybe your news writer meant to nitpick, because someone definitely meant to nitpick because it's in your teleprompter, bro. So all the fakeness about these guys' approaches and their vehement disagreement and a lack of approval for what these guys are doing, it's written, it's pre-screened, and they make sure they're saying a certain thing to a certain audience because they want you to think a certain way. This is not off the cuff.
No, that is how these sorts of shows work. Like we have Marissa's on the call right now. Whatever she puts into my teleprompter, I say. That's it. If I ever say something inappropriate or offensive, it's her fault. So don't message me. But anyway, yeah, and look, it's ridiculous. Like the thing. Thank you, President Trump. And like, I know that some of you are probably thinking, well, why are you showing this? Well, first of all, because it's fun and I need to, my mental health. This is wellness for me in a sick way, but also they've been beating Fox News in the ratings a number of days recently. There's a very real chance that for the right wing, this is going to become the go-to channel. And so in the same way that whatever Fox said to them, they believe, there's a chance that, as Reed Rison points out in a tweet, that dollar store Bill O'Reilly, whatever he says might be what they believe. And we need to know what they believe if we're going to ward against it. So we're going to probably have to check in on Newsmax and hold them accountable and fact check them in the same way we've done with Fox News, because this is how low the bar for right-wing media has become. That they will listen to that they will listen to. Did you notice, we played that first video and they have the little ticker going on at the bottom? One of the things on the ticker, I don't think most people noticed this, was declassification of Khashoggi report might embarrass, as in the first one, but might embarrass, you're not gonna see it because of our lower third. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at him. Let's see, is it coming up? Let's see, we have Trump pardons Judge Jeanine Pirro's ex-husband. That's totally fine, we'll just move on. Release of Khashoggi report could embarrass Saudi prince. Well, no, I wouldn't want that. Like it's bad enough that he had to murder someone, but now he's gonna be embarrassed about it. They put that at the bottom. For him, yes. He might be embarrassed, but the fact that we found out about his murder, really, it's kind of a dick move from all of you in the audience to even be paying attention to that news. You should really look the other way about his assassination. Anyway, it's such a joke. It's such a joke.
They don't mean to nitpick, John. It just kind of popped up on the bottom of the screen magically, and no one selected that particular news story. It just comes from the wire. It just pops up on the screen.
Just does. It does. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.